7,300 pounds, parked in one spot for its entire life, and easily the best kept Dutchmen classic travel trailer I've ever seen in my career here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, just coming in on trade. They had this thing for quite a while, obviously, being the only owners, and upgraded to a big, giant, like 40-foot Jayco Eagle triple slide, what I call flat deck fifth wheel travel trailer. So they went from old to very, very new. This is a classic big front kitchen super slide, very good for exactly how it was used, just being parked somewhere. And like I said, this is the best kept Dutchmen classic unit, fifth wheel trailer otherwise I've ever seen. I've seen quite a few of these with some problems over the years, this not being one of them. But I can look around outside and I can see that even very recently, this was very actively maintained. The first thing I did, I walked in here, I started tapping my fingers around the walls of the slide outs. I'm like, okay, where is it? Where's the soft spot? Where's the mold? Couldn't find it, because there never was. There's just never been a problem up here. So I started stomping my feet around the corner of the slides at the bottom, because if water gets in, water trickles down. So I start walking over here, I'm like, that's it, I'm going to figure it out. It's going to be right here, and nothing. It's rock solid. So I started looking in the upper corners, and I couldn't find any problems there. I started opening cabinets, and I can't find any problems anywhere. I think it's because I don't think this camper's had problems. I think that this has been exceptionally well kept. But, you know, good indicator of that is that we've got a 99 here still in good working order. The lights are working. All the systems and appliances appear to be in working order. The hydraulic slide works like a champ. That thing is still strong as all get out. This is not bad. It's in shockingly good shape to me. I think that's awesome. That's good. We have an older camper without major problems. That's awesome. That's just not every day you run into that. Central air, central heat in the floor, obviously. And let me get kind of twisted around here so you can see there's some outstanding storage in this kitchen. Starting down below, even below the oven and wrapping all around under that big stainless double sink. You can see that big floor to ceiling pantry, and as the cabinets, they even wrap all the way around back up to the microwave. It's like a big old horseshoe of storage, basically. And one of the cool things about front kitchens, and it's something, like there's a real trend in the business right now that what was old is suddenly new again. And these like L-shaped countertops that front and rear kitchens have always had are suddenly finding their way into the market in non-front rear kitchen floor plans, like rear living rooms and bunkhouses and stuff. We're starting to see all of these L-shaped kitchens come in place. And you know why? Because L-shaped kitchens give you a ton of prep space. They give you tons of counter and prep space. Now look at this. This is something I've kind of noticed, observational evidence over the years. When people keep their sinks clean, they tend to keep their RV in good shape, because it seems like people who clean stuff also maintain stuff. There's a connection there. It's not a guarantee, but there seems to be a pretty solid indication. That's an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer. You didn't used to see a lot of those in a 99 travel trailer from anybody. That must have been a upgrade they put in here. The individual recliner chair here, that is a old school throwback to a yesteryear, where a lot of floor plans like this used to have that individual one chair floating around to kind of kick back and relax after an afternoon. Now over here, and I think that's probably an aftermarket add-on, because that is way heavier than RV factory furniture. So that makes me think that maybe there was a chair there when this was brand new, and then the previous owners used it up and replaced it with something nicer, because it doesn't exactly match the decor here, although with the blue on blue, to me, I don't think it looks terrible either. So it's a classic innerspring hide bed over there. The dinette can fold down into a little bonus sleeper, and you see that we do have some storage below it. Now this is an older generation RV. Under things like the seating or the bed, sometimes you might find like a holding tank or something like that. They didn't used to undermount everything in the underbelly. Things have just kind of evolved that way. Now, I like this door side window, and this was built before we had to have these 50-inch flat screen entertainment centers. You know, if you want to really see a generation gap in the RV business, look at this camper And then look at an 8335 BSS Rockwood Signature Ultralight here at Halet's, and it is going to be remarkable how much a front kitchen can change. So this is what used to consider be the entertainment center, and really what's interesting is it didn't really offer a whole lot. Now, one thing I noticed, you see that gray coax cable right there. I have a feeling the previous owners may have put like a satellite dish or something at some point on the roof that's not there presently. And when we go outside, you're actually going to see where that they had actually very carefully run that coax cable down through the floor and around the basement of the RV. And again, I looked under there, I don't see any problems. Anything these folks did, they did a good job of taking care of. So it's not like they just drilled a hole in the floor and let mice and stuff in. There's none of that going on here. So you've got, this is like maybe old classic coax TV hookup or something, and then this is maybe where they ran a satellite, because, you know, satellite TV in a camper like this didn't used to exist. Now, that is not an original factory fixture right there. That's actually just a handy little rolling sort of entertainment center, but it's just an extra little spot for a TV or bonus storage or, I don't know, anything you want it to be. It's on wheels. You don't want it? Get rid of it. No big deal. So, looking around, the thing that a lot of older campers used to do really well, and some newer campers do, but just not as many, is these hallway closets. This thing has all sorts of like closet and pantry spaces. We've got one here. We've even got another one as we pass the bathroom. And this is why I like to put these videos together, because things like this, you can't really see from just a still photo. There's no way to get a camera twisted around there. This sucker's got a big bathroom too. I mean, tons of floor space. This has got like a giant fifth wheel bathroom going on in it. The classic giant corner shower with a garden tub and corner seating area. So if you need to sit to bathe, you can do that. And once again, everything was kept clean and nice and tidy in here. And here's something I've never seen before. And this is kind of what I think is fun about this business, is every now and then, an old dog like this can still teach a nerd like me new tricks. This has not just a walk-in closet, a walk-through closet to the bedroom. And I've never seen something like that before. I think this is really interesting, different, unique, cool. I suppose you could, in theory, use it as a second entry door straight to the bathroom like we see in today's marketplace. But be that as it may, you can use it for closet space, storage space, pantry space, hide and seek space, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Simple, easy walk around bed. Now, just like in the front, I went stomping around the back of this thing, literally stomping my feet on the floor, trying to find a weak spot, trying to find a bad location, trying to find leaks and signatures of old leaks. I haven't found any. I can't. I'm not a technician specifically. I've looked at a lot of used RVs. I have a really good idea what to look for. I'm not going to say that my ability to spot defects like that is flawless, but I've got a pretty good eye for this stuff. And I walked into this thing, I said, oh God, a 99 Dutchmen Classic. I'm sure this one's going to just be a pig. And then it wasn't. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, no, it's early, I'm tired. I must have missed something. And I took a second pass through it. And then I grabbed one of the salesmen up front and I said, go through this thing with me. Can you find anything wrong with it? And he's like, no, I can't. And that's what I think is awesome. I think this is the diamond in the rough, ladies and gentlemen. This is that, inexpensive, used RV. Maybe you're just looking to pick something up cash, to start your camping adventure, or just have a simple camper that you didn't have to go broke on, just park somewhere like this one was. Like, I think this is definitely going to be something that would be ideal for just having parked somewhere. Like, overall, I'm very happy. I'm very impressed with what I saw. This is not what I was expecting to see today, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful it was better than my expectations. Now, the time of year that this is coming in on trade, it's largely been stored, so it might need a little hose bath, but it has been maintained. And one of the craziest things is these are what I'm going to call time capsule tires. What does that mean? These are the original tires off this Dutchman when it was built and first assembled, but they've basically never seen the light of day. When this RV was parked, the folks put it up on blocks. They blocked up and jacked up the chassis all over the place to make it ultra sturdy and stable so it wasn't going to be wobbly as they moved through. And when they did that, they actually took the tires off and stored them in the garage. These things have never seen the light of day. That's really cool. So this has brand new 1999 tires on it. It's the weirdest thing. The awning looks fantastic. That is not the original awning fabric. That awning fabric has been replaced. They spent some good money on that. I can go through this thing and I can see all sorts of signs of active, preventative, routine maintenance. I can see where they've been doing proper, active, preventative resealing on the roof, around things like baggage doors. Like if I come over here, this is where I first started looking at this going, wait a minute, this might be the real McCoy. They've gone through and resealed all of this. They've top sealed everything to keep the water out of it. They went through all of these corners. They resealed everything here. I mean, and they did a good job. These are people who knew what to do, used the right materials. If we look up on the roof, right at the edge of the roof line, you can see where there's a fresh application of non-sag sealant on that corner, which is the correct material to use and in the correct location for it. Whoever owned this knew exactly what they were doing and exactly how to maintain a camper. Now, there's not a whole lot to write home about on the outside here, but something that is going to throw people off, and it's probably going to even trip up my own salesman, and it tripped me up, actually. I had to kind of remember this, is this was in the earlier generation of slide systems. That is actually your hydraulic slide pump, and that is the switch to actuate the slide in and out. They actually used to put those outside, not inside. Now, the door does lock, so the neighbor kid walking through can't get to it and cause you a problem. But basically what's neat about it, though, is it lets you personally, visibly line of sight that slide out to make sure when it opens, it's not going to hit, crush, smash anything. It's going to open and close unimpeded. Classic feature here, too, maybe that's why it's called the Dutchmen Classic, hey, hi-yo, is the like weather shields on the front and rear windows. So, you know, that's something you don't get a lot of really in today's market. And that is a big honkin' awning, scientifically speaking. It's a 3.7 on the honkin' scale. I mean, it's even got the center support on it, so that tells me it's got to probably be at least 21 feet would be my estimation. And dual entry door, so that door goes straight to the bedroom, which is very easy for hopping in and out to grab a jacket, and obviously this door goes to our living kitchen area, and the bathroom's right between, so no matter where you're at, it's easy to get to the bathroom. Oh yeah. This is where I think they created their own satellite dish prep. So again, there's just that simple coax wire that they carefully ran up through the floor and then put some of that little foam sealant stuff around it, so just like brand new RVs, so you don't have, you know, critters. And apparently for travel, they just kind of zip tied it in place. Now I noticed the same wiring going, that walk-through closet that we saw, I saw that same wiring coming up through the floor and into the bedroom wall there. So evidently they created their own, you know, whole satellite entertainment prep system. But they did it all a nice, decent, right way. I don't see any hillbilly jury rigging going on here. Again, I'm impressed. I mean, it's a 99. Don't get me wrong. It's not flawless, guys. It's a 99. But, God, is that 19 years old? Jeez, oh Pete's. Anyway, point is, for what it is, this is the diamond in the rough. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.